We should introduce ourselves, right?
Yeah,
Every
I guess
episode,
I have to.
it's
Come on,
Stan
get
Lee's
back.
own words. Every issue's somebody's first
That's
issue.
true. All right. Welcome back to the Blitzkrieg Pop podcast, motherfuckers. I'm right here with my man Adam.
Yo, what's up?
He is my co-pilot in life because he's my brother, better than motherfucking Chewbacca.
I don't know if I could be better than Chewie, but I'll take the praise.
Hey, what kind of noises do you think Chewbacca makes when he comes?
I mean,
That's the noise I make.
I hope it's just very polite, like, oh, I'm going to ejaculate.
Yeah. Suddenly you can speak English.
That's proper coming.
Proper English. Well, guys, listen, man, the show's going great, and we're grateful for everyone tuning in and listening.
Absolutely.
If you can, run over to iTunes or SoundPuff or whatever the hell we're on. Spotify. Cheeto Puff. It's a
CheetoSound.net.
a Google Play, all right? And give us a good rating, a thumbs up, a comment, a review, whatever the fuck you think we're worth. I know we sound like rednecks, but we are your geek friends of the South.
Geek
Right?
Friends of the South.
Yeah.
You know,
That would have been a
actually,
great podcast name,
Geeks,
actually.
Geek of the South.
I just have to say that this
Going Alabama on us?
Yeah.
this state was neutral in the Civil War until we sided with the North at the end. So,
Yeah.
are we really the South?
So suck that. It's my heritage, people.
Yeah, it's just my
I don't care if y'all unsubscribe.
These colors don't
All
run.
right, so listen, today we're all right here. Damn it, these colors don't run.
Jesus.
I just felt like that was really stupid.
If you weren't there, shut your mouth. Today we're talking about Kevin Smith. All right, the legacy of Kevin Smith. Jay and Silent Bob.
Is it a legacy?
You damn right.
I
Yeah, he ain't dead yet.
just want to ask, is it a legacy?
Ask the airlines.
Motherfucker's still making movies.
Ask the airlines. Oh,
Kevin
is
Smith,
that a
we
fat
love
joke?
you. We're fans. What's Kevin Smith's Twitter handle?
At Kevin.
The real Kevin Smith? or
Fuck if
something?
I know.
That
I
damn
don't
Kevin
follow
Smith.
him on Twitter, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I have no idea
You're
what the hell it is.
getting fucking beat down here, Kev. We're never gonna have our own show on AMC because
I actually don't mean that about you not having a legacy.
Hey, listen, I'm a fan, so that's.
I'm a
Yeah, I
fan.
think we all are.
I don't
really.
think any of us would be in this scenario if we weren't
No.
Kevin Smith.
I mean,
fans.
definitely
No,
not.
are you kidding? The comic books are Kevin Smith is what has gotten me into much more nerd culture.
I know. I would say
So was-
Kevin Smith is one of the first like ambassadors in Hollywood for fucking.
Did Kevin Smith segue you guys into Daredevil? I mean,
Yeah,
me?
absolutely.
You damn right.
sure,
yeah, I mean, because he
absolutely.
kind
And
of.
I know that comes from his own love of Daredevil when he was a kid.
Green Arrow as well.
Yeah, Green
Well,
Arrow.
not as much Green Arrow, but Daredevil, I mean.
but Daredevil was right there.
Did you
No
read his
question.
Green Arrow? Did either one of you guys read his Green Arrow?
Honestly, I
The
wasn't
Quiver?
the biggest fan of some of his other
but
books.
he did Quiver and Sounds of Violence.
Yeah.
And they're not bad.
Yeah,
They're
you know what's
not
awesome?
great.
Quiver's amazing, but Sounds of Violence to me is
Do you want to know
great.
something that's amazing? Because I never knew you read any DC graphic novels ever.
I
He
own
got me
both-
into it.
I own both of those DC.
You know
graphic
why?
novels.
Those the
Just
only
because
two?
of Kevin
Yes.
Smith there?
Yes,
Yes.
just
Okay.
because Kevin
Now
Smith.
that is your legacy, sir.
That's
Have you
your
read his
legacy,
Green
Tim.
Hornet, though?
No.
Ooh,
But see, Kevin Smith pulling Munch into the DC universe, that's a legacy.
That's a hell of a
That's
pull.
legacy.
Damn right.
And here, I got to say, my favorite thing about Kevin Smith, no matter stories, movies, whatever the fuck, is the dude was successful and gave all his friends jobs.
I love it.
Yeah.
If there's
I
something to
respect
look
the hell out
up
of
to, that's what you look up
That
to
is-
right there.
That's the dream. come
Listen,
true.
the guy that got him into comics runs that fucking comic book store, and I've been there, and it's
and it's
fucking
been
beautiful.
and has a TV show.
Yes, and a podcast, and
Right.
then him and Jay do all those podcasts together.
Sure.
He does all kinds of stuff with everybody. It's great, man. So I mean, if he never makes another good movie, and it's debatable that he will. But
I mean, who knows what this is
Yeah.
going to be? Like Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
He's got
Yeah.
the reboot coming, man.
I think it's going to be cool.
I'm hopeful that it's going to be something because you got Jay Muse, you got Kevin coming back as Silent Bob.
A thin Silent
To
Bob.
me,
Yeah.
I will get into
It's
that.
always going to be a little weird, but
He looks fat in the coat, though. He still look like. Have you seen the reboot pictures?
yeah.
He still looks
probably
like
a-
he's fat.
Probably a bodysuit.
I hope so.
No,
You know,
he-
like
he
I've got
look-
a jacket I look fat in, and I do not think I'm fat.
Here's
at all,
the
so-
truth: is Kevin Smith wasn't that fat when he made those original movies.
That's
true.
He got really fucking fat around the time of Zach and Miri make a porno.
If I made that much money, I'd be that fat.
But
No
he,
question.
He doesn't look that fat in Clerks too, and that was like a height of the Fat Smith.
Agreed. No, he lost some weight after, or was that before Zach and Miri make a
God damn,
porno?
too bad Clerks 2 is just awful.
No,
Yes,
Clerks
you're
2 's not-
wrong.
I think Eric and
That's
I
the hill
are
I
on
would
a
die on.
team.
Is how bad that movie
Underrated.
is.
So I know,
I'm with Eric.
I know Adam and Coble hate it.
Yeah,
but
wait.
I like it.
Hey,
do you like it?
yeah,
It's like, it doesn't feel like a real sequel.
Well,
of
we
a
got to
really
get
good movie.
Professor.
I would like to
Podcaster
take
on this.
a
Yeah.
second to say that you guys haven't introduced yourselves.
No.
I am Alex Martin, the motherfucking co-owner of Infinite Collectibles in Paducah, Kentucky.
I'm Adam Martin, motherfucking co-owner.
That's
of
right.
Infinite Collectibles.
Actually, he owns 1% more than me.
well, we're a 59-40 or whatever, 49-51.
41.59.
Your math's not your strong point.
Fucking math is not required. Just
And
we
we're-
don't.
Except for when you're running the register.
And we're here
Something
with
like
our
that.
best friends
We are here with. I mean, this is what's in the room right now is basically family.
at the Coble Kid down there.
Yep.
At a cuss word. I'm giving you guys Twitter handles.
Yep.
No one needs to follow my.
Mine was the unconsoled Wookiee, but it was very brief.
And I want to
didn't know
say
that was you
at
for years.
Android 16.
I have no idea what my Twitter
No,
Twitter.
yours is just at _ the Android, I think.
I have no
I
fucking
think
clue
it's
what it is.
16. Well, whatever it is.
Burnham,
it's
do you have
not.
a Twitter handle?
Jack Island Twitter.
Zach Island. What? Hold on. Hold
No,
on.
get over
hold
here
on,
by the
hold on. The
microphone.
ghost has spoken.
All right, Zach. For one, I want you to step up to my mic and say, "Is Clerks 2 good or bad?" Come on.
Never seen it.
Never saw
he
it.
just got his first hair on.
He's
him.
a baby.
You got
It's
a
not
fucking
that
beard.
bad.
It's not that bad. Listen to that shit.
Okay.
Oh hell,
Yeah, but with
Zach,
that
now you've made an enemy of me.
Would that
and
sell
I,
you
and
on
I'm
watching
involved.
a movie?
Me, Alex, and Eric.
people listening, would that sell you on a movie? That's not that bad.
Zach
I'll
Burnham
go
is
see
a
that.
beautiful
What I said
man.
about Justice
Can I-
Give me a break.
Can I say as this podcast listener that would make me want to watch it?
Yes,
But
absolutely.
yeah, but
That
you're
was
not
my
a fucking
review
listener.
for Justice
I
League.
will be.
That's not that bad.
Go see it.
That was Alex's review of Justice League. Was and like that for 10 minutes. I was
It's
like,
terrible
I don't really wanna
and
see
it's
that.
got bad jokes
it's
and
good.
bad animation, but I really
But it's
enjoyed
good.
it. And that's true. I read
terrible
my
and
review
good.
back and was like, son of a bitch, I just trashed it and said it was good.
Kind of feels like my review of episode 3, just on the fence.
Star Wars band.
Episode 3 has Star Wars band.
Star Wars band
Go
still in
ahead and
effect.
Star Wars band.
Go
You're
ahead.
not
Okay.
hating here.
Okay, fuck you guys. I'm going to start leading. What's the most underrated Kevin Smith
Oh,
film?
it's definitely Clerks 2. Clerks 2 is way-
Underrated?
Well,
Yeah.
oh fuck,
A
I'm
lot
sorry.
of people hate Clerks too.
I'm not
I'm going with
Yeah.
Dogma.
Are we
No,
talking
yeah.
View
Underrated.
Dogma's
Are we
underrated.
talking View
Isn't it?
Universe
People love
characters? Because I'm telling you,
Do they?
Zach and Miri make a porno is fucking
Well,
excellent.
that's
No,
the
it
thing.
is.
I mean, do we
I'll tell you
wanna-
what. Probably none of them.
I don't. Chasing Amy, a lot of people hate on, and it's
Chasing
my
Amy.
like second
It's
favorite.
It's
fantastic.
one of the best movies he's made.
But I think Clerks 2 is underrated.
I do too. I really
Why
like
do you think it's
Clerks
underrated?
too.
Because, I mean, you get not only after Jersey Girl, which was
Oh my
just
God, that's
hot
just a rotten
garbage.
Oh, I forgot
Welcome
about Jersey
back.
Girl.
It's
Fuck.
terrible.
That's not in the View.
That almost had Adam beat up Alex once
You
over that.
finally get your return of Jane Silent Bob.
Yeah. Who are the central characters that we all want to see?
Absolutely.
So, it's like Daria. Remember that shit? I want to see Beavis and Butthead. Fuck Daria.
Barely Darius.
That's how I feel about Kevin Smith doing movies without Jane Silent Bob.
But he's made
That's
good movies without
He
Jane
has.
Silent Bob.
Yeah,
I'm
His
glad they
best
weren't in
movie
Red
doesn't have Jane
State.
Silent Bob in it.
Which one's Red State?
Red
Oh,
State
that's
is the occult horror movie that stars John Goodman. It's the best thing Kevin Smith's ever done, and I don't mean that shitting on any of his other things. It's just a legit amazing
I mean,
movie.
It's different.
It's essentially about Westboro Baptist, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
It's really good. And John Goodman's in it.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
John
yeah.
Good. I'll watch anything with John Goodman in it,
Is
except
Jason
for
Mewes in
the
that?
reboot of Roseanne, because fuck that. But
Is
whatever.
Mewes in
I
there?
liked it.
I don't think so.
I think he's in there somewhere.
Is he?
I think he gets killed.
Is Jason
I,
Mewes in
I
it?
have no idea.
I know.
Does he?
I haven't seen it in a while.
He doesn't do projects without Muse.
I
Yeah, he
do
does.
not remember him being
Does
in
he?
it.
Is he in Jersey?
He wasn't.
Muse is in Jersey Girl. He's a
Was he?
different character for like a minute, isn't he?
Fuck, I don't know. I only
Hey,
watched that movie once. 'cause
you know
it's-
what?
We have the internet.
Our listeners, leave us a comment. Let
Yeah, I was
us
gonna
know.
say the listeners
Yeah.
are like
Somebody
screaming
tell
at
us.
us.
Tell
What-
us.
what-
You
what-
motherfuckers!
fucking idiot.
Someone
Why are you
his
even talking?
blood pressure's going up over this.
If you don't know what you're talking about, don't fucking talk.
No,
right?
you are the motherfucker.
We don't know shit.
But we have a platform.
What the
and
fuck
we're
is
using
the
it.
internet?
Hey, you don't have to be educated to have a fucking platform in this country.
That's right.
You just have to
We're a
have,
bunch
have
of
a
white
friend.
dudes in our 30s just can have a podcast.
You can put a microphone in anybody's face and they've got a
Just have to have a friend with a bunch of microphones.
That's
Yeah,
it.
we do. Thank you, Professor Podcast.
He's got
Okay,
headphones.
well, listen. I think I'm with Eric. Clerks 2 is funny. I want to hear what you guys don't like about it, Adam and Justin.
It didn't even feel like a real sequel to the movie. It just felt like it was like like Dante and Randall were just caricatures of what they were in the first movie, and they were even kind of like over exaggerated then, and it's like just too much.
I mean,
It's just
I
too
agree.
much.
Every line feels
like
forced.
Rosario Dawson didn't feel like she fit in the movie with all the other characters in the movie. Like it was just bad.
Oh, her boobs.
I mean, every line.
She's great. I don't have a problem with her.
every line in the-
she's dancing, man.
Every
love
line
the
in the
dancing.
movie is over the top, and then the fucking donkey show shit just gets so
Yes.
old.
Okay,
Okay,
I
yeah.
admit the donkey
So-
show shit does.
That was a little over the top.
Randall has my heart in the first movie. And
Sure,
this one, I
yeah,
was just
and then,
like,
and then
I'm
the
done.
second one, they were like, "How can we make Randall even more ridiculously over the top?"
But Randall has one of the best moments whenever what would be a terrible scene with the whole pillow pants gnome scene or whatever, which could have been the worst part of the whole movie. But Randall's slow realization and awful face he makes is one of the funniest parts in any Kevin Smith movie ever.
I would agree
By
with
the
that.
end of it, where he's just making this thing like someone has him by the ball squeezing, is funny as shit.
Is that the last appearance of Jay and Silent Bob?
So far,
They've been in another
Wait,
movie?
I think so.
Is that after Strike Back?
Yeah, that's way after
yeah.
Strike Back.
Like 10 years after Strike Back.
Well, see, I just don't work.
They have
chronologically.
Strikes
the
Back came out when I was in
last
high school,
James
dude.
That's it. Clerks 2 was it.
Motherfucker.
They went to
Goddamn.
jail
What a
at the
horrible
end,
note
right?
to go
Did
out
they?
on.
Didn't they go to jail?
I just said, what a horrible note to go out on before this review.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, if you watch Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, it's not a good movie. It's
No.
just funny.
Jane saw Strike Back.
I would say
the worst
Clerks
Kevin
is a
Smith
better
and I'll
movie.
stand by it. The worst one he directed.
I would say Clerks 2 is a better movie than Jay and Silent Bob Strike
Easily.
Back.
Oh, yeah. I enjoyed
I don't know that
Clerks
I'd even
too.
say that. I don't even, but I don't love Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back either.
It's
so that,
just
I don't
slapstick.
even.
I mean,
I
neither
don't
of them
care
really
enough
have
about it to argue about that. It's
Neither of them have a
so.
plot.
And you just hit it right there. You don't care enough to argue about it. Neither of those movies are arguable, right? It's just like
They're
you
kind of-
like it or you don't.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
But
pretty
those
much.
classics, Clerks 1.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, it honestly could be, and you know, this is just a sad state of the way things are, but
Yeah,
it could be
they
how
do
much
all.
different, how much older I am versus seeing Clerks the first time versus seeing Clerks 2. Like,
Yes.
at that point in my life, I mean, there all kinds of things had happened, and maybe just, you know, not that I've grown out of toilet humor because I absolutely haven't, but you know, just
Obviously.
We just got through talking about Alex pooping his pants. Oh,
Right.
sorry, we can't talk about poop.
damn, thanks for throwing it out.
That's how you start this episode.
Poop band.
So,
Poop man.
to be honest with you, the first time I saw Clerks, I was probably like 11, maybe, in like 1996.
That's a very developmental.
Yeah,
period
It
in your
is, and I
life.
fucking hated it.
You hated Clerks?
I hated it because it was in black and white, and I didn't understand why in the fucking 1996 I was watching a movie that didn't have any damn color in it.
You're a dumb kid. So that's,
I was
that's
11.
Yeah, that's reasonable then.
So after, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, something like that, I went back and watched it, and it became one of my favorite movies for a long time.
Yeah, I actually remember one of my earliest childhood memories, which is the second episode in a row, I think. No, wait, that was the Mario episode where I talk about early childhood memories. My earliest one with my dad is he rented that movie, and we watched it on one of those big, stupid TVs that is basically a fucking cabinet with a little screen in the middle of it. And I remember thinking, why would anyone watch this garbage? And I was probably your age, about 10, 11. And then it was years later whenever actually Munch here decided I needed to watch it because I said, that movie sucks. Fuck you. Why are you talking about it? And I went, why am I so dumb? This movie's amazing.
So, at what point do you remember changing your minds on the movie?
I mean, how? I mean, we've been friends since we were like 14 or
13.
so, 13.
13.
So I was probably like 16, 17 when you made me watch it.
I
So
mean, yeah, we've been
Man,
friends for
started way before that.
We've been
Yeah.
friends for 2 decades, and I think maybe
I got you beat. Right?
I'm aware that you've got me beat.
Me and Adam are approaching 30.
this isn't a fucking
30
contest.
Yes, it is a fucking contest. You just made it one.
And we're always going to win. You
I
guys are
believe-
Always.
Yeah, you guys are the old fucking couple. We
Yeah.
get it.
Y'all always
Until we
feel-
die, we're always
You
gonna
ain't
win.
got no hair.
We'll always love each other,
Hey,
too.
hey,
I believe
got no-
probably around 14 or 15 was when I brought it over and made you watch it because I had the DVD copy that I had bought from Suncoast. That's how long ago that was.
Sun
Clerks or Mallrats?
Clerks.
Because I already loved Mallrats and Dogma. And I said, but Clerks is fucking garbage. And Munch here told me, no, you're an idiot. You were just a baby. And I said, how could that be? That conversation never happened like that. I'm sure there was
I
more
would say
cussing
it
involved.
definitely didn't
But
involve
it was
that.
essentially, we were like 16. I don't remember that. That was
I
40
can
years
remember
ago.
when Chasing Amy came out, being disappointed that Jay and Silent Bob were on in one scene.
Do you remember? Do you remember when you first watched it? Any
I
of the
think I
movies?
first watched Clerks at the
was,
the Martin house.
yeah, at our house, I mean-
upstairs.
Well, I think that's right because we had a VHS copy of it.
I know. Listen, I liked Clerks, but Mallrats changed the game for me.
I mean, Mallrats
I
was the
saw
one.
Mallrats before.
I think
the
I
other
saw
one.
Mallrats first. And
I
then
saw
you guys
Mallrats
got
first,
Clerks.
definitely. And me and your brother watched it 47,000
they were
fucking
watching.
I
times.
wanted to
that-
be Brody whenever I was younger. I just thought,
Absolutely.
man, I'm going to be him when I'm older.
Absolutely.
And then you realize when you're older, you're like, wait,
And Stan Lee's
I
in
really don't want to be
I'm
him.
aware that the only reason I have any of these Kevin Smith memories is because you and Wes,
Yeah.
my older brother Wes, have brought these movies home and essentially forced me to watch them at the
Hanging
time.
with my older brother.
Yes.
And that's why we all know.
And the
these
original
things.
Stan cameo.
Oh my God, Stan
The
Lee in that
first
movie.
Stan Lee cameo.
Talking about the thing's dick.
And maybe his best cameo besides Thor
And
Ragnarok.
Mr. Fantastic.
And has been re-brought up in Captain Marvel.
I mean, how awesome
Yes,
was that?
that was
so
awesome.
That was such an.
He's reading the Mallrats.
Now that could be
If the spoiler
spoiler.
in Captain Marvel to you is Stan Lee's cameo, then there's other, I don't even know what to say. If you were like, I figured out what his cameo was before I saw it. That's
he was
Wait, he's
reading
in
a
the
book
movie
about
twice.
Mr. Fantastic's dick.
Yes, he
So-
was.
Wasn't he in the movie twice?
Well, in the
They have
very
a little
beginning, he had like
Yeah,
a
that
huge.
beginning.
I
That
did
way,
like
the way
that.
that.
I teared up a little. I ain't
my
gonna
God,
lie. I got
hey.
a little like.
Yeah, I actually got choked up too. Like I was sitting in there going, "Oh man, this hit me right here in the."
Yeah,
Oh,
if you
in
didn't
the
choke
heart.
up a little bit when you were watching Spider-Verse and his whole like speech about
that was
how
awesome,
you should-
dude.
Okay, well, sorry, he does have a
Yeah, fuck
cameo
you,
there,
Eric.
but
It's way too late.
It is so like
You gotta go
He-
by
he
the
do-
6-month rule.
he does the whole like Stan Lee, like you got to accept people and be good and everything. And I'm not gonna lie, I had like 2 tears roll down during that, and I'm glad I was the only person in the theater watching it because I would have been
Well,
embarrassed.
I can say, let's bring it back to Kevin Smith. He is the one that brought Stan Lee to the screens of many people for the first time.
That's probably the first time I saw what Stan Lee looked like. Like I knew of his existence.
And what was
but-
cool is he put over the importance
He's in the trial of the
Stan
Incredible
Lee.
Hulk, y'all. Come on.
Yeah, I
never
know,
saw
but,
that.
but
What
you-
the fuck is wrong with you? That's a
yeah,
fine
I'm
piece
not
of
50.
made for television.
Number one, you're not allowed on the next podcast, so you see it.
We're not seeing the shitty old Hulk show.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Daredevil's
great.
on it in his Netflix black costume.
That's in his stupid ninja outfit.
Yes,
You have to
that
watch it. It's
seems
really
to
good.
look better than the red
it's
one.
not good.
I've never seen Babysitter's Club either. Am I banned for that?
Yes.
That has the Kingpin as Thor.
Hey, listen.
Is that D'Onofrio?
Yes.
Son of a bitch! I just
Where
learned
the
something.
fuck have you been? We always talk about that.
I've never heard that.
All right, listen though.
Shit.
Kevin Smith, he really did that, and it was really cool. I don't think. I mean, to me, it was awesome.
How awesome is it to have Stan Lee talking to Brody, counseling him about his fucking love life?
And the-
I mean,
and
and
the
I love
pumpkin
the
bomb.
line. And then the Green Goblin showed up and pumpkin bombed the hell out of the place.
I
mean,
do
what a
think-
line.
Does Stanley have a cameo in Jay and Silent Bob reboot? Was that shot before?
I don't think so.
I don't
doubt
think
it.
so. I think that would be a big deal.
How
How many more cameos do you think Stan has?
I think he only
we're
did
getting off
Usually put him in
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
movie as a cameo.
I'm pretty sure he has one in Endgame and Far From Home, and that's it. Far From Home will be his last
If
one.
I'm not mistaken, the reboot didn't even start filming until well after Stan's death.
Yeah, I mean, they only started filming like 2 months ago, I think.
They could
Okay.
digitally put him in it.
They could, yeah.
God, I hope not.
I mean, he did have a cameo in a DC movie, which was awesome. If you saw the Teen Titans,
Yeah, Teen Titans Go.
But you guys said that we were talking about.
I
Kevin
know.
Smith,
Well, it's
and now
easy
we're
to get
just talking about
sidetracked.
Stan Lee.
You know
It's
what? Any
easy.
sidetrack about Stan Lee is a good sidetrack.
That's a great sidetrack.
I agree.
Kevin Smith would love that.
Yeah,
Absolutely he would.
Fucking Zach's over here telling us to get on point, but I'm pretty sick of that. I'm not
Oh,
taking.
hamhead.
I'm not taking orders from that asshole.
Mark for edit. There's a ton of shit in here about Stan Lee.
Yeah.
That's better than the stuff about Kevin Smith.
Okay. Anyway. Okay. Back to Kevin Smith. I don't know what to say about him.
What is his? All right, let's go around. We're going to start with
Well,
Justin.
back to Kevin Smith. I have nothing to say.
Yeah. All right. So, what's everybody's absolute favorite Kevin Smith movie? Starting with the Coble Kid.
Clerks.
I'm gonna say Red State.
Easily.
Alex.
Me? I gotta go with Mallrats.
I have to go with Mallrats for its sentimental value to me.
And yeah, Mallrats. I mean, as bad as it is, just a grating.
It's awful.
I don't
one
blame
of
you,
the-
though.
I mean, it's one of those things where like Mallrats was it was Miramax produced. It was way more widely available than Clerks was at the time, and you can't go wrong with this. He sees a sailboat. He sees a sailboat in the picture.
I'm
We have
with you,
referenced
man.
that a million times.
From the first fucking
Schooner, you
from the
stupid
first
idiot.
scene, from the title song at the beginning.
Yeah, the music.
That's Squirt Gun.
Yeah,
who's
the
all
music's
wrapped up with Screeching Weasel and
even
the Queers.
pretty
and
awesome.
And so you got the punk rock aspect of it. Then you got the comic book aspect of it. It is everything that we.
It's everything
do
meeting.
here.
It's actually probably why we're sitting here right
I
now.
know.
You also get your first look at Ben Affleck and his entire career as fashionable male.
Which
I
has
went-
made Adam mad for like 30 years now.
No, all I've
Adam
ever
has
said
never
is that
forgiven him for that
he has
role.
he's never grown past being the asshole from Fashionable Male.
I
That's
gotta
not
agree.
his
He likes to have
role.
that-
But he was the
That's-
bomb in Phantoms, yo.
He likes to have sex in an uncomfortable place.
Uncomfortable
Like
place.
the back
Yeah,
of a Volkswagen.
it's all that.
I just think. Plus, you guys are forgetting one thing. Stink Palm went on to have
Man,
a major.
Michael
parade.
Rooker's
Alex,
the shit.
Yondu.
Can
Yeah.
we talk about the
The
fact
shit.
that Alex
Merle.
once saved Michael Rooker's life?
I did. Michael Rooker, wherever the fuck you are, you owe me everything. I'll take a couple pennies from your Guardian success.
At Wizard World one year, we were all standing around, drunk as shit in the lobby. Wizard World is a Comic-Con in Chicago in this case. Michael Rooker comes up, puts his arm around, I think it was me and Adam, and lit off his ass. Literally standing.
Totally awesome guy, by the
Yeah,
way.
oh, a great guy.
Great guy.
We sat and talked for him for a while, and then his drunk ass tried to walk down the up escalator. Fell forward. Alex grabbed his shirt,
Just reached out and
like
grabbed it.
like a hand from heaven, pulled him up. And if it wasn't for that, y'all wouldn't have Yondu. So you can thank Alex Martin here for the fact that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was as good as it was, because without Yondu, that movie would not have been as great.
And I'm going to say I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah, that would have never happened had Alex been a little slower.
Saint
and
Alex.
I do not say that
Saint
lightly.
Alex. It sounds good.
I like it.
Sounds good.
But Mallrats has given us a ton of great things.
Oh, great quotes.
Well, I mean, do you
all kinds
remember
of things.
Jay doing the Berserker Barrage?
Of course. Snickety.
Plus,
I walked outside the other day at Flamingo Row and saw a shitty little cosplay Wolverine glove off a kid's costume and went snickety. It's just like, I don't even think about it. This shit just comes out. I'm like imitating his fucking Berserker.
It's also
attack.
the first appearance of Snoochie Boochie.
It is.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about
The
that.
first appearance.
Yeah.
First appearance.
And I
That's
really-
a key
yeah.
issue, baby.
I really liked
Key movie.
in that movie. They have a cool dynamic that they don't have in the other movies.
There's a dynamic there.
You know, they're a little more funny in that, and they're a little more, you know, like in Clerks, they're just in front of the store.
of the store,
and it's
yeah.
really cool. But like they'll have their own little segments, but they're kind of involved in the story because they're trying to
Take out the
pin to knock
Fly, fat ass, fly.
Yeah, I mean, and we get to see Joey Adams' tits.
Joey Adams.
there
it
you
was a
go.
very
Yeah.
good,
That
very
was in
good
there.
time for me back then.
Pause.
Yeah, that's happened.
Never done that on a VHS, definitely.
No,
with
absolutely
the
not.
stupid lines
You
going
guys
through.
ever watch a dirty movie on the channel you couldn't see?
Absolutely. My family had one of
Scrambled
those
channel.
like boxes that decoded those stations.
Yeah.
Still didn't work for the porn stations. Had a very strong effect on young AJ's
I like
life.
that.
Right on.
Hey, Zach, as a youngster over there, I know I'm talking to Zach Burnham who works here.
He's a mere 22,
I had
like a little baby.
we pretend he's a baby. Yeah, I had a child and was a full-grown adult by the time he is at this age.
Not his fault. You didn't know how
at
to
it.
use a rubber band.
Yeah, right.
Nah, look at him. But anyways, you don't have to deal with the scrambled porn, do you? You just get whatever you want.
Oh yeah, it must
No,
be
that's
nice.
spoiled.
Must be nice in this day and age when you don't have to worry about where your porn fix is coming from.
I remember I had to sneak in.
Not having to print them off someone's computer.
Oh my gosh.
Or stuff them in your
God.
shoe and take
I used
them
to.
home.
I did that at the library at Murray State University. Wow. And got away with it.
Well, we're way off subject here.
Sorry, I'm. Oh man,
Kevin Smith
we went
would-
from
Kevin
Kevin Smith to
would
Stanley
love
to
this.
jerking off.
So we can't forget about the importance of course, Chasing Amy being a fantastic film, as well as Dogma being
Dogma's
a great
great.
I love
movie.
Dogma.
Dogma's
That's
awesome.
a fantastic
One of my
movie.
favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone, you know what? The Wanted comic from Mark Miller that we talked about in a previous episode has a shit monster in it that
Golgotha.
absolutely has to be ripped off the Golgothan.
Oh, totally.
Taste the booger flavor.
That was from the bad Kevin Smith movie.
One of my favorite lines.
Jane Silent Bob Strike Back.
That's in that?
I think it is, yeah. With
Because
the
he plays
movie.
Shakalutha King.
Yeah.
One of my
That's
favorite
right.
lines comes from Dogma. Whenever, of course, the late Alan Rickman, fantastic actor,
Absolutely.
comes out. Alanis Morissette playing God. She's going to speak, and he says, "Anyone who is not dead or not from this world better cover your ears." Jay doesn't do anything, so of course, they cover his ears for him. Whenever God gets done speaking and blowing up Affleck's stupid head, he comes up for air and says, "Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck are you? Why did you hug my head?" And that's amazing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's the thing. Even the bad movies that I don't like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, have some amazing
Oh,
parts of
man.
them. Like
Sometimes
I
you got to
still-
take a shot in the mouth, man.
I can't tell you how many times.
George Carlin.
I mean,
Fucking Harry Bush.
Yeah,
nuts.
for real, man.
I have quoted the phrase, "What the fuck is the internet?" a billion times in my
They
life.
got shirts of that at the store, at their shop. What the fuck is the internet?
It's the best line in any of his
Hey,
movies.
that just came on
That's
Netflix.
Strike Back,
It's
isn't
on Netflix. It's not a good movie, but
No.
it's fun to
It is
watch.
fun.
It's got some amazing parts in it that make it worth. Even Kevin Smith's worst movies are worth, except for Yoga Hosers. Don't watch that. But all the rest of them.
Yes, absolutely.
There's a lot of good stuff in there.
Don't you finally see
Plus,
Suzanne at the
you
end
see
of that?
Suzanne,
Yeah.
which was at the end of Mallrats. I don't know how that fits in.
And she kisses him.
Ooh, that's all I know.
Ooh, you're all that I wanted. In a
I mean, all I know is that's some
It's a
Weezer
great,
action right there.
it's a great Weezer
Oh,
song.
it is. That's it. See that it has great music.
Well, Kevin Smith movies are a lot like Weezer, aren't they?
Yeah, the Clerks soundtrack was awesome.
Yeah, I mean that was he made that on like a budget of like the 50 cents he found in his pocket.
Right.
Which I know the real story is he maxed out a bunch of credit cards and everything, but it's way funnier the other way. But he still managed to make one of the best soundtracks in any movie ever, just off his like $5,000, which today would make you a movie that involved Alex laying down on the floor and crying or something. And that's the extent of it.
I'd listen to Berserker.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm saying.
making fuck Berserker? Would you like to suck my cock, Berserker? It's awesome, man.
And I'm saying that in a good
Hey,
way.
I was watching Clerks in here, and I forgot how fucking terribly offensive it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's
If you're offended
amazing.
by that, look at these.
Yeah.
I think I can see your kidneys. Hey, you know what's cool though is we met Walt Flanagan years and years and years back, and
way
I found a
back. And he was
picture.
working-
He was working.
he
for
was actually
Jay and
working the
Bob.
booth.
Yeah, and just like
The
you know,
View Scoop-
any
View
of us
Scoop
would
booth.
help here, and he was helping. I said, "I want my picture with you." He's like, "With me?" I was like, "Yeah, you're Walt Flanagan, right?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like,
Fast as fuck. Fuck
Yeah.
as fast as the Walt Flanagan's
He
dog.
plays like 6 roles in Clerks. He's
yeah,
the
he
guy
is.
that
He's
smashes
the
the
milkman.
egg.
The guidance counselor.
He's the guy that's offended. too,
He's the
right?
guy
Not
that's
the-
offended.
It's the guidance counselor.
Which
that
is,
is the guy.
yeah, that's the greatest little role in that entire movie, by the way.
He has great roles in Clerks,
Oh yeah.
and
Absolutely.
he was cool to meet.
Yeah,
All
which
of them
very
have been. Jay was really cool. We met him a few times.
Their
And
podcast
Kevin
is good.
Their podcast is great. Smodcast is awesome. All of them. Jay and Silent Bob Get Old is something to listen to.
Yeah,
It's great.
I'm going to go ahead and offer right now if they want to do a crossover episode, I'm down for it.
Well, you guys just
Thank
made
you.
fun of them for like 30 minutes.
And I'll do it to their faces.
We're talking about their legacy here. We're not making fun,
I'm
man.
kidding, right? Man, everybody.
They know
even-
they've done some dumb
Hey,
shit.
even the Ramones got a bad song or two.
Oh, man, Joey Ramone's every
30 or 40.
or 5 albums.
Yeah, listen to Joey Ramone's solo album and tell me there's more than 3 good
I
songs on
think
it.
Kevin Smith knows that Tusk sucked.
Tusk, I didn't like.
I never
I
watched
watched
it because
it
everyone tells me it
once.
sucks. I guess I need to watch it just to
It's
know.
worth that one watch. Like,
Can
that
we name all of this
Human
movie? I mean, like,
Centipede.
can you name all the View Askew movies?
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
try to all
easily.
do it. Start with Coble. We each get 3.
Clerks, Mallrats, Dogma.
Those are the easy 3. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Chasing Amy, and Clerks 2.
I mean, that's
Zach and Mary make a porno, Cop Out, and
It's not a
Tusk.
BSQ one, is it?
I'm just saying we're saying all this stuff.
Oh, I was confused. on
Jersey
the,
Girl.
Oh, that's one
and
of
Red
those.
State.
Red State. Yoga Hosers.
That's about it.
That's
Is that it?
Yeah.
And I don't
everything?
count Cop Out.
An Evening with Kevin Smith. I'm just kidding.
That- yeah.
Oh, man.
Like part 1 through 80.
Yeah,
was
we
actually
really
pretty
didn't.
good.
The first one is
Yeah.
awesome.
I think there's
Yeah,
only,
yeah.
what, 3 or 4?
I think there's at least 3 because me and you watched them at your old house before it got wrecked.
I actually own a 3 evening with Kevin Smith.
Yeah, and those are surprisingly good. And I
At the
fucking
evening?
I tell you right
That's
now.
what the podcast is.
Yeah, I hate stand up. I think 95% of stand up is garbage. And I'm sorry because I know I have friends that do stand up, and actually a lot of them are good. They're not going to believe me now.
Yeah,
because
I
they
mean,
said it was all shitty. But-
listen to him trying to back
Sorry,
that
Trevor
up.
Dean.
Oh, no, actually, Trevor Lynn's stand up is actually really good, and I recommend it to anybody. But Kevin Smith's shit's fucking awesome because he has interesting stories, and I think that's a key point of that a lot of people miss.
Right, that is.
Well, if you haven't, then you should watch some Kevin Smith movies.
Fucking A, man.
How
Kevin,
about that?
Kevin, thank
You
you.
should skipping that.
Yeah.
Damn, did we roll right into that?
Yeah,
Was
we
that
did. That's how that
beautiful.
happened.
The fuck?
Yeah, that's right. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. You can listen to this fucking podcast. Share this motherfucker. Tell us what you want to hear on here. Let us know if you want to know Eric's fucking full name. Damn it, I just did
just-
it. I just did it. Fuck this. Anyways, guys, we'll see you down the road. Have a good day.
Night.